after India and Pakistan rushed to the ICJ on the Jadhav case, the ICJ President order in fact is being reported. India to file its order in fact, and also more details on that in September 2017. Pakistan essentially is going to be doing the same by December. We've spoken to Harish Salve here, India's counsel at the ICJ, who now is hitting out the Pakistani Attorney General for making misleading statement against India. And he also says that India sought 6 months in the Jadhav case. So what really does this mean? Let me get in my legal editor, Rhythm, who's tracking that story closely for us, joins us from our studios here. Rhythm, what is going on? What is Pakistan wanting to do here?
The one thing that we're really wanting, Deepthi, is justice for Kulbhushan Sudhir Jadhav. When we had a conversation for the man who's at the center of everything that India is doing at ICJ, at Den Haag, is Harish Salve. When he spoke to us, he was very surprised at the statement that had come out from Pakistan's Attorney General last, when Pakistan's Attorney General had stated that India in fact was asking for more time, whereas we had asked for an expedited hearing. So for the first time we heard Mr. Salve actually say that Pakistan is trying to score brownie points. It's clear that there's a standoff and there's a face-off between India and Pakistan at the ICJ. What's even more crystal clear is finally the ICJ has given out dates by which we have to give our memorials to them. A memorial is simple. That's the basis on the basis of which we will be filing our pleadings before the ICJ, that is the UN's top court, on the basis of which we will be filing and fighting our case on Kulbhushan Sudhir Jadhav. Tip by tip, step by step, all the points will be laid by us stating why we believe Kulbhushan Sudhir Jadhav should immediately be released by Pakistan. Pakistan has been given time till December, 3 months after that, when they will be giving their reply to the ICJ on why they believe Jadhav should continue to be with them. It's only next year that we believe there will be a proper hearing in the case and the ICJ might give us some sort of a relief in the case. But what for now we need to remember is the sort of comeback that's coming in from Pakistan, Deepthi, after they lost in round 1. In round 1, when the case was being heard at the ICJ, we saw very clearly the Pakistan's Attorney General was not present. Now he comes in part 2, he rushes to Den Haag with Khawar Qureshi, trying to impress upon the ICJ they should give an expedited hearing. But what's clear is 2 points. First, the ICJ for now has given a stay order on the execution of Kulbhushan Sudhir Jadhav. That was a martial court order of Pakistan. Second, the high ICJ, that is the United Nations top court, very clearly has said India's demand for consular access, even though right now is not something we'd asked for, was very clear. It was very much there. Questions on jurisdiction and other things will now be decided when the hearing is happening. But for now, a very strong case made out by Harish Salve, Deepthi. We will have to see in September what that memorial really says, how we're trying to get Kulbhushan Sudhir Jadhav back to India.
So 2 things, Rhythm, then the Pak Attorney General is making a misleading statement then when he says that it's India which is asking for 6 months. So somewhere Pakistan is realizing it's up against a wall, it's losing a lot of domestic face, Rhythm, and is that the reason why where we look at Pakistan again going out, putting out these misleading statements and perhaps also canards then?
Oh, of course, absolutely. I have no doubts about it. When we spoke to Harish Salve the last time around, he was on his way to Den Haag. He was being rushed there, even though it was a very perfunctory, normal, technical hearing. But the reason he was there was to make sure that there was nothing that went untoward from the Pakistan side. The second point we also need to remind our viewers right now is that was a hearing in which we saw both the sides being given time by the president of the ICJ, Judge Ronnie Abraham. After that hearing, there was a very strange statement that came out from the Pakistan's Attorney General saying that India in fact has asked for 6 months. Nothing of that sort had happened. Mr. Harish Salve, who was representing India, had been present at the hearing and said we want an early solution as soon as possible because it's our citizen who is in Pakistani jails. We don't know how he's being treated. We want this to be expedited as fast as possible. What's happened now is the ICJ order has come out. 2 things in the ICJ order. They've given us time till September 27 to file our memorial. A memorial is really going to be the petition, the plea on the basis of which our entire case will be based, on the basis of which we will ask and demand for the release of our citizen Kulbhushan Sudhir Jadhav from the clutches of Pakistan.
All right, and Rhythm, even as you get us details on that story, there is another bit of information that our colleague Aditya now is actually putting out. In fact, this is a letter that has come out from the International Court of Justice, Rhythm, and it's talking about certain time limits limits. It's talking of the dates that have been fixed, the time limits for filing of the memorial by the Republic of India and a counter memorial then by Pakistan. Tell us more about that.
Exactly. So if we actually zoom, go to that letter, that is the letter that we're actually talking about, and we'll read from the letter where it says, with reference to the Jadhav case and further to the meeting that was held on 8th of June between President of the Court and the agents of the parties, I have the honour to inform Your Excellency that by an order of today's date, the President has fixed 13th September 2017 and 13th December 2017 as the respective time limits for the filing of memorials. So 13th September 2017 is the time limit that is given to India to file its memorial, that is its pleadings in the case of Kulbhushan Sudhir Jadhav in the International Court of Justice. 13th of December 27 is the time that is given to the Republic of Pakistan to be filing its counter memorial by the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. The official sealed copy of the President's order will be destined for your government, will be dispatched to both the parties shortly, is what has been written by the Registrar of the ICJ.